ma'am.
Hi, I'm Shanika.
Hi,
I'm
nice
the
to meet
regional
you, Shanika.
director. And I'm going to be doing the interview today. I'm going
Okay.
to go ahead and have a seat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Chancey, for coming in today.
Absolutely.
To
Thank
do
you
this
for
interview?
choosing me to be one of the candidates.
Absolutely. I loved your resume. So, my name is Shanika, and I have been a regional director with Jack in the Box. And I've been with the company for 18 years. And so we're going to be doing an interview process, and I'm going to ask you a few questions today. And we're just going to go through the process, and I'll tell you a little bit about the job at the end. Okay? All right, Chancey. Well, let's just dive in and go ahead and get started with the interview. Can you describe a time that you had to deal with a pressure or stressful situation before?
It's always a stressor to me when I get manager trainees versus team member trainees because you have to be so prepared for it, so, and then you never know what you're going to get. So that's always a stressful situation for me, but all the time I'm always acing it because I produce great managers.
Oh, that's amazing. So people that you train up end up becoming a manager?
Correct.
Okay.
Or sometimes they send me some from the outside stores or whatever,
Okay.
and I just train them up as managers as well.
Good that you allow your agents, your trainees to grow within the company as well.
Correct.
Okay. Well, tell me about a time you experienced serious conflict at work or school.
Okay, serious conflict at work would be getting ready for these audits they have. They have like Q&A audits, that's quality and control audits. And when you have those audits and you need maintenance, it becomes very difficult, right?
Okay.
So you just actually have to like put things in place, like not use a refrigerator or freezer because they come in and it's not reaching temp and nobody made it to you yet to fix it. It becomes like a very tense situation. So not having the tools to complete the job, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great example that you shared. Wow. Well, give me an example of a time that you made a pretty significant mistake at work or at school, and how did you correct the mistake?
Okay, I'm gonna bring up something that happened this semester. I actually hit the wrong icon for we had to do like interviews or whatever, and we have a practice and a real interview. And I hit the real interview instead of the practice because I know I really didn't need the practice, but I just wanted the feedback because the professor is so he gives great feedback. Like he takes pride in his work. He actually listens to everything and he lets you know. So I wanted to do my best on the interview.
Okay.
So I wanted to do the practice even though I was exempt from it.
Okay.
I just wanted to do it so I can do well on the interview. And I actually pressed the real button.
Oh.
So immediately how it got fixed was I had to let him know immediately what I did when I realized it was done.
Okay.
And of course, he's a caring individual, so he fixed everything.
Okay. And you were able to complete the project and get feedback from it still.
Correct.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Well, tell me about a time when you had to think on your feet.
So many times in fast food, you know how it is, Jack.
Yeah.
So everything is always a fast-paced thing. So like you constantly thinking on your feet, like no matter what. But there was this one particular time that I actually had to go to a restaurant next to me.
Okay.
And go borrow some straws because I was waiting on a truck and it comes like right before the lunch rush.
Okay.
And my straws wasn't there because I like try to get everything right on board.
Okay.
Like try to order just enough, not too much to keep extra storage or whatever.
Okay.
And you know how much your store, produce, so you know how much to order. I really need those straws to come in, and didn't. And here come lunch rush, so you don't want to, they want their straws.
Yeah.
Are they going to complain? Some people will. Some will understand, but not all.
Yeah.
So I actually went to the neighboring restaurant,
Uh-huh.
and I borrowed, some straws from them just
Oh,
to get me
wow.
through until I can go to a Burger King restaurant
To get
to-
your replacement.
to get some straws. Correct.
Good.
So
That was a
that
good
was
idea.
thinking on my feet.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Okay. Well, sometimes employees or teachers put too much on their employees or students' plates. Can you tell me about a time where you were overwhelmed with work or school, and how did you handle the situation?
I would have to say being a training manager was kind of a task along with running the store itself. But majority of my crew members that I have in place, by the time, when I was ready to be a training manager, they pretty much helped me as a go and get along, just go. But I had one particular manager, it was just like kind of hard to train, and then I had two new managers because I was supposed to be done with that one manager, and I had two more new managers coming in at that time, and that was a very, very difficult task, and I felt like it was too much for me because that person wasn't ready to move on, but yet I had to move that person on knowing that they wasn't ready, so I can get the other two managers ready.
Oh wow, that was
to get their stores correct.
Good job. Okay. Well, that's all the questions that I had today for the interview. We are still interviewing in the interviewing process, and before did you have any questions related to the job position?
Not really. I just wanted to know the pay rates and stuff.
So it is negotiable
Okay.
with the salary,
Mhm.
and it's also negotiable if you have your degree
Okay.
within the field, or a master's or bachelor's degree. We can consider that as well for the position. So the mid-range, the starting range is about 60. Mid-range is anywhere from 70 to 80,000, and then the top range is probably six figures.
Oh, okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm so interested. Even though money is not the big issue, but you just want to know what to look for
Yeah,
for an
definitely.
opportunity.
Well, we are going to make a selection within next week. But yeah, you by the base of your questions that you answered today, you're one of the top candidates that I really am considering. So I do appreciate you coming in for the interview.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.